Hey there, YouTube. Another day, another dungeon. Should have said that smoother. So today we're going to try Sewer Tunnels by Medic8402, where they describe it as being a maze. So let's take a look at that. Ah, I think I might have seen their claim before, or at least seen aspects of it, like chunks of it in claim swaps. So hopefully, I mean, there's a decent amount of camera room, but that can still be a little tight. So I apologize to anybody watching if the camera view is a little bit nauseating, because that is something people have complained about in what the developers have played through. Is if you swing your camera around a lot, it tends to be kind of hard for people to watch. Yeah. Oh, by the way, anybody watching this as a series from the last episode, yeah, I didn't spend lumens to fix my stuff. I just built entirely new gear with resources, because at this point, copper and agate are super easy to get, and lumens kinda aren't. And I need to unlock all the props. That's just a thing I need to do, so I have the full variety of stuff to make things out of. I'm gonna have to use a campfire. In terms of encounter difficulty, that was probably scaled pretty well, where it's a stiff amount of challenge. Maybe stiff isn't the word I should use, but it's something that you're not just gonna breeze through, and it's something that just isn't a brick to the face that you are just not gonna get through. And then dealing with monsters in tight confines like this is certainly, yay! I think that might be my final achievement for unlocking fire weapons. I'm gonna check that real quick. Kill it with fire, yep. So at some point, man, I should have checked that before I built those weapons. I need to switch to a different elemental of weapon to finish getting all these achievements. Oh, look who respawned while I was getting all introspective. Nice to meet you again. Or should I say, since it's a fire weapon, nice to heat you again. Yeah, I'm super proud of that. That is absolutely what this playthrough needs, is more quipping! Stabby McStab stab. Abominations in the sewer, as it should be. This is an interesting room. I like this. It is worth saying how very smooth they've managed to get their sewer tunnels. The template for their sewer tunnels that they've been using for stuff. Very precise, very neat, very tight. A lot of these rooms it's coming out into are cool, but maybe still a little bit bare. Don't mean anything by that. Don't pay my nitpicking no mind if you don't want to. Just take my opinion as a data point and do with it what you will. I think that's going to be my stance on a lot of the things I say in this game, so I'll just keep repeating it ad nauseum. Come on, hit me. I want you to do it. No? Okay. I gotta say, the slugs don't really feel like they have challenging AI. They just kind of have annoying AI. So I'm just going to shoot fire arrows at you. Pretty well. Hey, plant friend. Look at you. A lever and a gate. I hate puzzles. Come on. Yep. Come on. Ambush out of a... Okay. Sounds good. There we go. This feels boss roomish. Which is good. They have kept their... I don't know. They have had their maze sections, and then they have had their combat sections, and it's nice to have those kind of breaking each other up, where you do some of one and then you do the other. I wonder if any of these actually open. They do! I wonder if those are supposed to be secret doors. Maybe. Because I did notice that in the previous room, but I kind of thought it was just decoration. It could be that's mostly a utility thing for her to, him, her. I don't know why I assumed it was a her. To get out and work on their stuff. Because sometimes you just gotta get out there to... No! Don't do that. There we go. You just gotta get out there to work on your stuff. Can't do it with a free-floating camera. It just doesn't feel the same. Hello, ice lion statue. I do like the three-dimensionality. How three-dimensional the dungeon is, where you're doing a whole lot of going up and going down, where it's not all on the same level. So I certainly couldn't tell you where I'm sitting in relation to where I was before, but so far, you know, as far as mazes go, I feel like it's been relatively linear. Well, aren't you hanging out in the sewers? With that mustache, who could blame you? So presumably this is going to lead me to a thing to unlock that grate. Which I will then cycle back to. I kind of like the ancient forest rocks, you know, just sort of strewn about, you know, for kind of the it's the mossy bottom of a sewer kind of thing. I feel like there could be a little bit more done with that, but you know, that's just ain't nothing but an opinion, baby. Because it is certainly a problem when you're mixing natural textures and, you know, like synthetic materials or masonry or whatever they lump all those under, where they don't blend anymore, where it looks weird. So what I have had to do with the dungeon I'm working on, I'm really not trying to make it sound like I'm plugging my own dungeon. Is there is I'm working with those tan colored bricks, and there is a sand texture that is almost exactly the same color. So I go from the bricks to the sand texture and then to whatever natural material I'm wanting to have blend. Yeah, those are just two paths to the same spot. They did a really good job on making sure this Y section was neat and smooth. But as I was saying, I go from one natural material, I go from my synthetic material to a natural material to the natural material I want to blend, which might be something if they're wanting to make the floor of their sewer look more mossy. That might be something to look into. I don't know what natural stone patterns there are that match the color of this particular stonework thing, but something you could look into. You need to stop hitting me with ice. I don't take kindly to it. Oh, this room is a little bit more challenging. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hit revive here. I don't like spending lumens on stuff like that, but that might just be me. That might just be me. So, we're gonna see. Yeah, there's 2 elites there with all that. We're going to, in a more carefully and controlled manner, only pull part of the mobs. Well, she's full of fire arrows. How about you? You want some fire arrows? Oh, I see you have ice arrows. Oh, we just need to get a person with light arrows and we're going to be all Ocarina of Time up in here. Does she fire light arrows? I think she fires light arrows. Nope, more ice arrows. Well, if I've learned anything from the Pokemon, it's that my fire beats your ice. Except for the fact that I'm dying. Yep, but you were dying slightly faster. And as Sun Tzu once said, that's the trick, bitches. It's a direct quotation. You know, with some flair for translation, but you gotta stop making gross mouth noises. So I know there's a specific portion of the internet that doesn't care for that. A specific portion of people. She's got a light staff. You, ow, maybe it's an ice staff. Ugh. More lumens. Which, I mean, I suppose I did get that big kill things with fire achievement, so maybe I shouldn't complain too much, but I still, at the end of the day, I want to be making a profit of lumens for what I'm doing. Because I got shit I need to unlock. I need to have all of the paintings in my gallery. I need to have all of the barrels. All of the monsters. That's kind of the biggest one. It is sort of frustrating to try to make a dungeon when you've only got, like less than a quarter of the monsters at your disposal. Which particularly, I've been building stuff since the beta, so I was used to having, or are things starting to respawn? Things are starting to respawn. Time to GTFO. I'm used to having all the monsters to work with, so there were certain things I was planning with my dungeon that it was like, okay, I need this, but I don't have this, and I don't have the 560 lumens to unlock it. But I know this specific monster has a knockback, and that's exactly what I want for this chunk of my dungeon. That was a very mazy section. Who knows what other directions I could have gone there. And what I would have found. Actually, it's pretty safe to assume I would have found either dead ends or rooms of monsters wanting to kick my ass, but That's a dungeon for you. Yeah, there is definitely auto-targeting with this bow, and it is at times frustrating. No, I don't want to pull the elite yet. I want everything else dead, just in case. Another campfire. So toasty. Toasty. I'm not sponsored by Quiznos. Please don't go out of business, Quiznos. You get harder and harder to find every year. And I love you. I love you deeply and tenderly. Peppercorn, whatever the peppercorn Angus, whatever sandwich. It's probably my favorite. Then there's the other one that's got like a bourbon sauce. Which is probably my second favorite. I am going to try to back up and hope my campfire heals me again. So. Damn it. I didn't mean to hit the flee button. That's not good. How far back did that put me? Am I at the beginning? I think I'm at the beginning. They've only just recently added the ability to set up multiple spawn points in your dungeon. So where if somebody dies, they can come back like halfway through it. Yeah, those like literally just came out in this last patch, so this isn't too far back, I think. I'll start the video back up when I get to where I was. I need to stop accidentally hitting that button. These seem to be hidden doors in what this person likes to do, but I cannot open that one up, so there's a little bit of an artifact there of something that got pasted that ended up marring the smoothness of their tunnels. Fight will begin in 10 seconds. Those outside will be locked out. It's not a bad system to set that up. I mean, maybe a little bit immersion breaking, but believe me, I totally get having systems like that set up so things don't... Oh, okay. Da boss. I guess this is the end boss. Ow. Oh, time to just strafe you around the room, buddy. It is kind of the unfortunate thing with how giants, except I need to not step on that teleporter just in case, how giants are set up in Landmark right now. They are not the most exciting things to fight. I mean, they're visually spectacular with how they're set up to attack you and how they kind of come tromping towards you, but it's either just, you know, kite them and whittle away at them, or, you know, swing at their ankles a couple of times, dodge, and then swing at their ankles a couple of times again. Which is... I hate to sound down on this game, I really do. I suppose it's... The bottom line is it's an interesting challenge for people, you know, making dungeons in this game to do what they can to make the fight interesting, and I don't know. I don't have any real good thoughts or recommendations on that. Frankly, in the stuff I've been working on, I haven't used the giants. I've used the earth elementals, which don't quite take as long to kill, and just seem kind of more interesting to fight. I don't know. Of course, the powered Mega Knight is honestly kind of as bad as Storm Giants are. Okay, that was the teleporter. And that brings me here, where I have another teleporter, an open door to the outside, and another door that goes further in. Yeah, that's the very edge of their claim. So that's where the lighting effects go kind of fiddly. Roads diverging, as they say. Okay, Landmark was having some trouble there, dealing with all that. That's nice. I like how they set that up to light up. Okay, that door is kind of trying to figure out its stuff. So that where it said it was Da Boss, kind of felt like an ending, but I guess there's more. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. Set up a nice cozy campfire. Neener, neener, boo boo, you can't hit me. There's a lot of campfires. Oh, one of them just hit me. A lot of campfires I've got to use in this dungeon. Which I don't know is probably not really the hallmark of a bad dungeon. I suppose, if nothing else, that is what this video series is going to be all about, is trying to figure out what does make a good Landmark dungeon. So certainly, if you feel like I'm being negative about your dungeon or unfairly critical, I'm kind of just thinking about... Man, I don't even know. Why am I even talking about stuff I don't know? A lot of those hallways are maybe just a little bit too tight. Oh, there's a red light in here, and that was a button back there. I'm going to go ahead and press the button. I assume it will spawn monsters. Yep. Maybe this is just set up for, like, people to do their dailies. I don't know if this really has, if this is as much designed as an experience to play through. So I'm going to go ahead and try to, rush past these guys, which is working fabulously for me so far. Ow, ow, ow. And I'm dead. I'm going to go ahead and hit flee. Because I think I've played through their sewer dungeon section of it. And what else is there, I think is... You know, there will be a lot of people who will set up, like, combat sections on their dungeon for... If you're working on a daily to kill a specific kind of monster, you know, there'll be a good spot for that. Yep. So, I'm going to teleport out real quick. Haha, catch me if you can, suckers. Thank you guys for watching my video. Didn't really have an ending to that recorded, and it looks like the sync on my face cam and my gameplay was really starting to get out of whack towards the end there. Initially, I had considered, you know, doing some final thoughts, sort of rating the dungeon or, you know, something like that, but that seems super pretentious and super condescending, so I'll just say, for the most part, I enjoyed the dungeon, and anything, you know, I have to say about it is just little visual stuff, which is more about my tastes than about some purely abstract measurement of quality. So I will see you guys in the next video.